Hello everyone, welcome back to Vyasa IAS CSAT course lecture number 41. This lecture this lecture is little bit on the tougher end. So please pay attention very carefully to whatever I am explaining in this lecture. This lecture contains multiple concepts. In the last class, we have seen multiple concepts related to boats and streams, related to time taken by train to cross, and all those things, and even relative velocity as well. So be very careful because this lecture gives you a very diverse question. Okay, and please practice this lecture very well 2-3 times so that you will be able to understand all of the concepts related to this. Okay, so now let's begin and let's read up the question. Now see, in this question, what the question is saying: two people started simultaneously towards each other from Siliguri and Darjeeling. Okay, so let us consider we have Siliguri here and we have Darjeeling here. Okay, which are 60 kilometer apart. So we know the distance between Siliguri and Darjeeling is 60 kilometer. After their meeting, the first person who traveled from Siliguri to Darjeeling decreased his speed by 1.5 kilometer per hour. Okay. And the other person who traveled from Darjeeling to Siliguri, he increased his speed by 1.5 kilometer per hour. Okay. So the person who was traveling from here, he decreased his speed, and the person who was traveling from Darjeeling, he increased his speed by 1.5 kilometer per hour. The first person is known to arrive at Darjeeling 2.5 hours earlier than the second person arrived at Siliguri. Find the initial speed of the first person. Okay, see now what is given in this question, that two people are there, they are traveling from Siliguri to Darjeeling. We have been given the distance. Okay, and they meet at a point when they have already traveled 5 hours, and after traveling 5 hours, this Siliguri person is increasing his speed by 1.5, sorry, decreasing his speed by 1.5, and this Darjeeling person is increasing his speed by 1.5. Even after decreasing this person's speed and increasing this person's speed, this person is reaching the person who was traveling from Darjeeling reaches 2.5 hours later. Okay, because this one is reaching 2.5 hours earlier, so that means that person is reaching 2.5 hours later. Okay, so let us now solve this question. Now see, let us take the time taken by the person who traveled in more amount of time. For example, let's say the person traveling from Siliguri was A person and the person traveling from Darjeeling was B person. Okay, so B person is taking more time. Okay, so let the time taken by B person be T. So then you have time taken is D by T. Okay, D by T. Now let the time taken by A person is how much? T minus 2.5. Okay, so now you have T minus 2.5. So you have D T minus 2.5 here. Okay, so this is basically your 2 times. Okay, so now you know the speed. Speed is equals to distance upon time. Okay, so speed is equals to distance upon time. You know the distance is 60 kilometer and the time, let us take this is T. Okay, so the speed of B person is 60 by T and the speed of A person is how much? 60 divided by T minus 2.5. Okay, 60 divided by T minus 2.5. This is the speed of A person. Fine. We have to find the initial speed of the first person, and who is the first person? Okay, so the first person is who traveled from Siliguri to Darjeeling. So we have to find this speed. Okay, now let us see what else information is given here. Okay, so the information that is given here is that they both are traveling for 5 hours and they are meeting here. Okay, so the information that is given is that they are both traveling for 5 hours and they are meeting here. Okay, so see, one information that we have is that when they are meeting at this point, both of them together have covered how much distance? Total distance d, which is equal to 60 kilometer. Okay, I am saying when both of them have moved toward each other, so their relative velocity, so the distance covered by both of them together is 60 kilometer. Okay, and their relative velocity is how much? The velocity of SA plus SB, or relative speed is SA plus SB, because both of them are moving towards each other. Now you know that this time taken is equals to 5 hour. Okay, this time taken is equals to 5 hour. So you have 60 and you have this SA. What is SA here? SA is equals to 60 divided by T, and SB here is equals to 60 divided by T minus 2.5. Okay, T minus 2.5. From here you can obtain the time. Once you obtain the time, obviously you have the distance. Now you can calculate the distance as well. So let us obtain the time here. So time is equals to 5 hour. Okay, distance traveled is equals to 60 kilometer. Relative velocity is equals to SA plus SB. We know if this one is faster, the velocity or the speed can be given by T minus 2.5. When um, this one is slower, so it can be given by T. Now this will be how much? T into T minus 2.5. Okay, and this will be 2t minus 2.5. Okay, 2t minus 2.5. So now you have distance d. Okay, now you have distance d, and d divided by this thing, 2t minus 2.5 divided by t into t minus 2.5 is equals to how much? It is equals to 5. Okay, so obviously you know this will become t square minus 2.5t divided by 2t minus 2.5 is equals to 5. Okay, so t square minus 2.5t is equals to 10t minus 12.5 is equals to 10t minus 12.5. So you have this as t square minus 2.5 is equals to 10t minus 12.5. And now when you do this, t square minus of 12.5t, okay, so you have this t square minus of 12.5t and plus 12.5 you will do. So you will get this equals to 0. Now you can obviously calculate from here. Okay, now you can obviously calculate from here. This is one way of doing it. There are other ways also of doing it, but let us stick to this method and find the entire solution. Okay, so you have this as t square minus 2.5t, and you have this as 2t minus of 2.5. Okay, 2t minus of 2.5. You have this. You have 10t. You have this as 5 5 are 25, and this as 10 12.5. Okay, and this has t square minus 2.5. So t square minus 12.5t plus 12.5 is equals to 0. Is equals to 0. Okay, so this is fine. Let us find the solution. Okay, let us find the solution here. What can be the probable solution? See now, these are the probable solutions. Okay, these are the probable solutions. Now see, we can do this. You can always find the solution of this quadratic equation. Okay, you can always find the solution of this quadratic equation, but there is one more method by which we can do this question. Okay, see now, when you see d is equals to actually the SA plus SB is equals to 5. So we come to know that together SA plus SB is equals to 12. That is the speed of both of them is equals to 12. Okay, the total speed of both of them is equals to 12. Fine. Now, what we can do here basically is that, see, the speed of the first person cannot be 4.5 kilometer, because if the speed of the first person is 4.5 kilometer, the speed of the second person is 7.5 kilometer. That is not true. Okay, that is not true. Again, if the speed of the first person is 6 kilometer, okay, then then both of them will travel equal distance of 30 and 30 kilometer. Okay, so then both of them will travel the equal distance of 30 and 30 kilometer in 5 hours, and then the first person speed will decrease. Then how will this person reach 2.5 hours earlier? Okay, so even this is not the possible solution. Now you can obviously look at 7.5 kilometer. Okay, 7.5 kilometer. So obviously when this first person is traveling 7.5 kilometer, okay, then in 5 hours this person is able to travel how much? 37.5 kilometer. Okay, 37.5 kilometer. 5 x are 25 and to carry over. So this person is able to travel 37.5 kilometer. When this person is speed is decreased by 6, when this person is having speed 7.5, his speed is decreased by 1.5, the speed becomes 6. But how many, what is the distance left? 22.5 kilometer distance is left. You can divide this by 6. Okay, you can divide this by 6. And similarly, see, if this person speed is, first person speed is 7.5 kilometer, then the second person speed is 4.5 kilometer. Okay. So, and how much distance the second person has traveled? Obviously 22.5 kilometer. Okay, so how much is left? 37.5 kilometer. Okay, 37.5 kilometer. Now, if his speed is increased by 1.5, so earlier his speed was 4.5, now we increase his speed by 1.5. So his speed becomes equal to 6. Okay, his speed becomes equal to 6. Now you can see this 37.5 divided by 6 minus 22.5 divided by 6 should equal to 2.5 if this speed is correct. Okay, so this is equals to how much? 37.5 minus 22.5. I think this is equal to 15. Okay, this is equal to 15 by 6 and this is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, and this is equal to 2.5. So this is coming. So instead of going through this quadratic equation, because this will take more time to solve, so I went with this simple method. You can also get by this quadratic equation method as well. Okay, so let us understand this question once more. See what I did here. I started doing this question very simply. How? See, I took the speed of the person who is traveling slower. So the speed of SB or the time taken by SB will take as T. Okay, the time taken by the B person who is traveling from where to where? Who is traveling from Siliguri to Darjeeling. Okay, and while is traveling from Darjeeling to Siliguri. Please pardon me with my condition. So, sorry, one person we have SA who is traveling faster. He is able to cover the entire distance in 2.5 hour less. Okay, so time taken by the faster person is 2.5 hour less. Time taken by the slower person is 2.5 only. So when I was doing this with simple method, see what the simple method is, that speed is equals to 60 by t. Okay, speed of is equals to 60 by t and the speed of the faster person. Speed of the faster person is 60 by t minus 2.5. Now I have to find this t. Okay, I have to find this t. Fine. Now how can I find this t? So when I went to find this t, actually what happened is that I was going to find this t. How? See, I know that 5, that is actually I know that both of them have covered this d distance together when they were traveling with relative velocity SA plus SB. Okay, So d by SA plus SB is equals to 5. Okay, d by SA plus SB is equals to 5. So this was the relative velocity. Okay, this was the relative velocity, and this became equal to 5. So I came to know, but instead of having this SA plus SB is equals to 5 or 12, what mistake I did was I was solving it by a lengthier method. Okay, I can directly do by this method also, that 60 divided by t and 60 divided by t minus 2.5. Okay, t minus 2.5 is equals to how much? Is equals to 12. Okay, because you can check here. Okay, 60 and this 5, and this will come equal to 12. Okay, now from I hope from here you can find t, because see what will happen, you will have 1 by t and then t plus t minus 2.5 and then you will have this 5. So you have 1 by t plus 1 sorry, 1 divided by t minus 2.5 is equals to 1 by 5. Okay, so now you have t minus 2.5 plus t divided by t minus 2.5 is equals to 1 by 5. Okay, so what this became, 2t minus 2.5 divided by t square minus 2.5 into t is equals to 1 by 5. Okay, so now you will get 10t here, you will get 12.5 here, and you will get t square here, and you will get minus 2.5t here. Okay, minus 2.5t here. Fine. Now you can take out the value of the t from here. Okay, so how we can take out the value? T square minus 2.5t. Okay, t square minus 2.5t minus 10t is equal to plus 12.5 is equals to 0. Now see, here I have this as what? Minus 12.5t, and this is 12.5. Okay, 12.5. Fine. Now see, here I am getting some problem in factorization. Okay, here I am getting some problem in factorization because this is 12.5. Okay, or we can do one thing. If we multiply this by 10, so then this will become 10t square 125t plus 125. Okay, fine. But still we do have problem with factorization. What is the problem with factorization? See, 125 we have to get here. Okay, we have to get 125 here. Okay, so actually this is my problem with factorization. So because this will go a little bit lengthier. Okay, it is not that we cannot solve it, but this will go a little bit lengthier, because you will have 25 and 5 here, and then you have 5 and 2 here, and you have to make 125 from this. Okay, you have to make how much? You have to make 125 from this. So see, actually 250 minus 125 we have to make, then only we will get 125. Okay, so this is a little bit problematic here, or like this. So what I did here is, I took this information as well. Okay, I took this information as well to solve my question, because we didn't use this information that they are increasing and decreasing their speed. Okay, we did not take this information that they are increasing and decreasing their speed. Okay, so that is the thing. See, now what I am doing here, I will not solve by that method, I will solve by trial and error method. Okay, so what is my trial and error method? My trial and error method is very simple. See, what I did here is that total distance traveled is d, the relative velocity is SA plus SB, because both are traveling towards each other. So this became equal to 60, this became equal to 5 hours, because that is given in the question. So I get SA plus SB is equals to 12. Okay, I get SA plus SB is equal to 12. Now I know one person is traveling faster, one person is traveling slower. Okay, and I have these all options. Okay, I have these all options. Now see, what is happening here, that you cannot travel at 4.5 kilometer if you are the faster person, because the first person as given in the question is faster person. Okay, now 6 kilometer also you cannot travel, because both will travel equal distance then, and then according to this, the faster person speed will decrease and slower person speed will increase. Then why there is a 2.5 hour gap? That is not possible. So then I try with 7.5 kilometer. So if I take my faster person speed as 7.5 kilometer, okay, first person speed. So then second person speed is going to be 4.5 kilometer. Okay, second person speed will be going to be 4.5 kilometer. Fine. Now in 5 hours by 7.5 kilometer you are traveling how much? 37.5 kilometer. Just multiplication, speed into time. Okay, and that is how much is left? 60 minus 37.5, that is 22.5. And exactly this distance is traveled by which person? Is traveled by the slower person, and the slower person has to now travel this much distance. Okay, and the faster person has to travel now this much distance. But now speed is changed. Okay, now speed is changed. See, now the speed became 6 for this one and 6 for this one as well. Okay, now time difference between both of them when they are traveling is 2.5. Okay, so obviously this person is taking more time because this has to travel more distance. Okay, so time 37 divided by 37.5 divided by 6 and 22.5 divided by 6 should come equal to 2.5. Otherwise we'll check 9 kilometer per hour. But when we check this, we get this, the difference is 15, and 15 divided by 6 is what? 5 by 2, which is exactly 2.5. So this is how we get our answer. Okay, this is how we get our answer, that what we are assuming here, 7.5 kilometer per hour is correct. Okay, okay, fine. Now look at this question. What this question is saying: two friends, Arun and Nishit, on their last day in college decided to meet after 2 years on a river. Okay, Arun had to sail 42 kilometers to the meeting place and Nishit had to sail 35 5 by 7% less to arrive at the meeting place at the same time as his friend Nishit. Arun and Nishit start at the same time and sail with the speed exceeding 5 kilometer per hour, the speed of Nishit. Okay, find the speed of the Arun. So carefully read this question. Actually, in this question, what is given to you? You are given that these friends are trying to meet after 20 years on a river. Arun had to sail how much? 42 kilometer. Okay, 42 kilometer to the meeting place. So both of them have to sail some distance to come to the meeting place, and Nishit had to sail 35 5 by 7% less. So Arun has to sail 42 kilometer and this Nishit had to sail how much? 35 5 by 7% less. Okay, percent less to arrive at the meeting place. This is given. To arrive at the meeting place at the same time as his friend Nishit, Arun started at the same time as Nishit, okay, and sailed with the speed exceeding 5 kilometer per hour, the speed of Nishit. So if the speed of Nishit is, let's say, x, the speed of Arun is what? X plus 5 kilometer. And now it is asking find the speed of Arun. See here, what is constant? Here time is constant. Okay, here time is equals to constant. Now we just have to find what is 35 5 by percent less of this. Okay, so actually 35 plus 5 by 7 is how much? This will become 35, 7 5s are 35, 3, and this is 21, and we have this 245, and then we have this 250. Okay, now what is what is this 250 by 7%? Okay, 250 by 7% of 42. So 42 into 250 by 7, you will do how much you will get? You will get this 6. But wait, you have to divide this by 100 as well. So you have this and this will come how many times? 5 times, and this will become 2 times, and this will become 3. Okay, so this is coming to be 15 kilometer. So actually Nishit has to sail 15 kilometer less. So that means Nishit has to sail how much? 37 kilometer. Okay, 37 kilometer. Sorry, 27 kilometer. Okay, Nishit had to sail how much? 27 kilometer. Now the time traveled is same. The time that which they are traveling to meet is same. So just equate the time. Okay, so that is distance traveled by Arun divided by speed of Arun, and distance traveled by Nishit divided by speed of Nishit. Now what is the distance traveled by Arun? That is 42 kilometer. What is the speed of Arun? That is x plus 5. And what is distance traveled by Nishit? That is 27 kilometer we are getting. And what is the speed of Nishit? That is x kilometer we are getting. Okay. Now obviously 3 14 times and 3 9 times. Okay. Okay, 3 14 times and 3 9 times. So 14x is equals to 9x plus 45. So this will come how much? This is 5x is equals to 45, or x is equals to 9 kilometer per hour. Okay, x is equals to 9 kilometer per hour, but you need to find the speed of Arun. Okay, so Arun's speed is x plus 5. So that is 9 plus 5, so that is 14 kilometer per hour. Okay, that is 14 kilometer per hour. See, whenever somebody is meeting at the same time and they are starting also at the same time, then you can equate time. Okay, then you can equate time. So what we did actually here, we knew the distance that Arun is traveling, we knew the distance that Nishit is traveling, only that we have to calculate the distance that Nishit is traveling. Okay, and then we knew the relative speed of each other because x and x plus 5. Okay, so then you could obviously do this. Okay, you could obviously do this. Fine. Um, Okay, so I think now everybody is very much clear with this thing. Now we can move on to the next concept. Okay, now look at this question. What this question is saying: two ducks. What is the speed of slower duck? Um, See, look at this question. We have an object begins moving at time t equal to 0, and 4 seconds after the beginning of the motion attains the acceleration of 3 meter per second square. Find the speed of the object 6 seconds after the beginning of the motion. If it is known that the speed of the body varies according to the law, Vt is equals to t square plus 2bt plus 4 meter per second. See, I have given you this question. This is this question is little bit related to physics, but don't be very confused about this question, because see, this question can be solved relatively very easily. Okay, so now let us see what we have to do here. See, you are being given this acceleration. You have it is asking find the speed of the object 6 seconds after beginning of the motion. Okay, but see, the speed is given by the law t square plus 2bt plus 4, but we don't know what b is. Okay, we don't know what b is. How we'll find the acceleration, and from there we can calculate b. Okay, so actually in physics, if you have studied kinematics, okay, so that is given by dv by dt. Acceleration is given by dv by dt. That is, we have to differentiate this equation. Okay, so when we differentiate this, this will come equal to 2t and this will come equal to 2b, and this will be 0. Okay, because differentiation of x to the power n minus 1 with respect to x to the power n with respect to x is given by n x to the power n minus 1. Okay, for those who are not familiar with differentiation, I am again saying, whenever we are trying to differentiate something, let us say some variable is raised to the power n and we have to differentiate it. So this result will get n x to the power n minus 1. Okay, so we have to know only this much. By this much, your all the questions will be solved. Okay, so see here, t square becomes 2t, t to the power 2 minus 1, so 2t, and here what? We have t only. Okay, we have t only. So t to the power 1 minus 1 becomes t to the power 0, so 1 here. So t is gone here, and this is constant 2b. So that will be here because our differentiation came equal to 1. and this 4, whenever you try to differentiate any constant, it will be equal to 0. Okay, so then you have 2t plus 2b is equals to acceleration. Now acceleration, it is saying 4 seconds, after 4 seconds become 3 meter per second square. So put 3 here, put 4 here, then you will get the value of b here. Okay, put 3 here, put 4 here, then you will get the value of b here. So b is equal to how much? Minus 5 by 2. Okay, b is equals to minus 5 by 2 because this is 8, this is 3. So b is equals to minus 5 by 2. Okay, so now t square plus 2bt plus 4. Okay, so this is there. So now t square plus 2 into minus 5 by 2 into t plus 4. Okay. So now this and this will get cancelled. You will have t square minus 5t plus 4. Now find the speed of the object 6 seconds after the beginning of the motion. So now just put 6 here. Okay, because now you know b. So you will have 6 square minus 5 into 6 plus 4. So 36 minus 30 plus 4 and you get 10 meter per second. Okay, and you get 10 meter per second. So this is how you do this kind of question. This is very easy for you. Okay. See, we already have to find out what is the acceleration. And then you will be able to find it out. Okay, now let us do this question. Now see, it is saying a pedestrian left point A for a walk going with a speed of 5 km per hour. When the pedestrian was at a distance of 6 km from A, okay, so there is a point and someone is walking by his legs or foot or pedal, whatever you say. When the pedestrian was at a distance of 6 km from A, a cyclist followed him starting from A and the speed is 9 km per hour. Okay, and when the cyclist overtook the pedestrian, they turned back and returned to A together at a speed of 4 km per hour. Now it is asking at what V will the time spent by the pedestrian on his total journey from A to A be the least. Okay, so it is asking at what V the time taken by the pedestrian from A to A is in his journey will be the least. Okay, so we have to find the least amount of time. Okay, so let us do this. See, look at this question. Now see what this question is actually asking, that at what speed, let's say we'll take x as the speed. Okay, at what speed will his total time spent by the pedestrian on his total journey will be the least. Okay, now see what speed they are actually asking. The pedestrian who is traveling at x kilometer speed. Okay, that speed they're asking. We don't have to consider about 5 km. Okay, we don't have to consider about 5 km per hour. He's actually asking, see, because when this cyclist is returning, it is actually when this pedestrian and cyclist are returning, they're actually traveling both at 4 km per hour only. That is constant. Okay, but they are asking that if he would not travel at 5 km per hour, what speed would be at which his total time spent on his journey will be the minimum. Okay, so now let us find. So we'll take that y is the speed, or any variable you can take. Let us take s is the speed. Okay, s is the speed. Okay, and see, let us take v is the speed. Okay, v only. So v is the speed of this pedestrian. Okay, now when the pedestrian was at a distance of 6 km from here, a cyclist followed him and the cycling at a speed 9 km higher than that of pedestrian. Okay, so if v is the speed of the pedestrian, the speed of the cyclist is v plus 9. Okay, the speed of the pedestrian is v plus 9. Fine. Okay, now what is the relative speed? What is the relative speed? The relative speed is obviously, because both are moving in the same direction and cyclist is having more speed, so v plus 9 minus v, so relative speed is 9 km per hour. What is the relative distance that this cyclist has to travel? Okay, so that is 6 km, because 6 km this was matlab this pedestrian started 6 kilometer before only. Okay, so time taken to overtake will be relative distance is 6 kilometer. Time taken to, because relative speed is there, relative distance is there. Time taken to overtake will be how much? 6 divided by 9. So that is 2 by 3 hours. Okay, that is 2 by 3 hours. So time taken to overtake is being given by 2 by 3 hours. Okay, so the total distance covered is how much? The total distance covered, will be given by how much? Distance is equals to speed into time. Okay, distance is equals to speed into time. Now, how much distance? First, already the cyclist covers, the pedestrian covers 6 kilometer distance, and then in time 2 by 3 hour with speed y, this cyclist is going to travel this much distance. Okay, this cyclist is going to travel this much distance because we need y. Okay, we need y to be in our equation. Okay, so we have this. Okay, now this is actually, we got the distance traveled. Okay, the distance traveled. Now what is our next step? When we get the distance traveled and we know the return time as well, what is the return time here? Okay, so the distance traveled divided by 4 kilometer will be your return time. Okay, the distance traveled, okay, the distance traveled here, distance traveled divided by this speed will give you a return time. So 6 plus 2 by 3 into y divided by 4 will give you a return time. Okay, this will give you a return time. Fine. So now what is the next step? Actually, we have to find the least amount of the time. Okay, we have to find the least amount of the time. Now we know the distance, we know the speed. Cannot we find the time? Okay, we can obviously find the time. Okay, we can obviously find the time. So total time taken, actually total distance traveled by by this person is how much? Total distance traveled is 6 plus 2 by 3 into y plus 6 plus 2 by 3 into y. Okay, and total time taken is how much? See, this is the distance traveled. Total time taken is 6 plus 2 by 3 into y plus divided by y, and here 6 plus 2 by 3 into y divided by 4. This is the total time taken by pedestrian. Okay, this is the total time taken by pedestrian. So when we solve this equation, actually what we get here is 6, okay, 6 plus 2 by 3 divided by y. So we get 6 by y plus 2 by 3, okay, because y and y will get cancelled, okay, because y and y will get cancelled, and plus 6 divided by 4 obviously. So this will be how much? This will be 3 by 2. Okay, plus 2 by 3 y divided by 4. So this will be y by 6. So you have 6 by y plus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2 plus y by 2. Okay, y by 2 or y by 3? Sorry, y by 6 we have. Now see, when we have this time, now in this question it is asking at what v, that is at what speed or v, let us take this y, okay, because I have used y here. So let us take this y, okay. At what v will the time by the pedestrian on his total journey from A to A be the least? So A to A is basically he is going from here to here and then he is coming back to here. Okay, so at what time spent by the pedestrian on his total journey from A to A be the least? Okay, so see, here also we apply differentiation. Why? Because when we differentiate anything and put it equal to 0, we get it maxima and minima. Okay, we get it maximum point and minimum point. Okay, so we have to do that thing. Okay, so let us try to do this thing. See, when we differentiate this, let's say this is time and we have to respect this, we have to differentiate with respect to speed. So when we differentiate this 6 by y, Now y to the power minus 1 is there because 1 by y means what? Y to the power minus 1. Okay. So when we differentiate this, we do n minus 1. So minus 1 and then minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. So you have minus 1 and y square. Okay. So then you get 6 by y square. Okay. This you will get it equal to 0. This you will get it equal to 0. And this you will get it equal to how much? 1 by 6 because y only. Okay. 1 by 6. Now this you have to equate it to 0. Okay. So you have 6 by y square and you have to equate this equals to 1 by 6. Okay. 1 by 6. Now this will become how much? Y square is equals to 36 you will get. So y is equals to 6 kilometer per hour you will get. Okay. Y is equals to 6 kilometer per hour you will get as your answer. So this is how we do these kind of questions. Okay. This is how we do these kind of questions. Fine. This became minus. So this became minus. So this minus minus cancel and we get this y is equals to 6 kilometer per hour. I know this question is little bit cumbersome. So let us see this question once more. See, in this question actually this 5 kilometer per hour which is given in the starting point is a little bit misleading. What is happening here is there is a pedestrian. He's at a distance of 6 kilometer from A. Okay, and he is walking at 5 kilometer per hour. That is given in the question. Okay, and then a cyclist comes who is traveling at a distance of traveling at a speed of 9 kilometer more than what this pedestrian is walking with. Okay, then both of them when they meet, then they turn and they return at 4 kilometer per hour speed. Okay, now the question is saying tell me the speed at which the time spent by the pedestrian on his total journey from A to A be the least. Okay, so whenever we have to find the minimum time, we sometimes if we know the variable, then we differentiate and find it out. Okay, so what I did here was I assumed that the speed of this pedestrian is y. Okay, so the speed of cyclist become y plus 9. Okay, so the relative speed is given by 9 only because y plus 9 minus y, this is the relative speed. What is the relative distance? 6 kilometer because this is 6 kilometer ahead. Okay, so the relative distance is 6 kilometer. Fine, the relative speed is 9 kilometer. So time taken is equals to how much? 6 by 9, that is 2 by 3 hour, that is 2 by 3 hour. Now what is the distance traveled? Distance traveled is equals to can be given by obviously this 6 kilometer this pedestrian has already traveled and 2 by 3 into y. Okay, 2 by 3 into y. So this is the distance traveled total and now you are returning this distance as well. Okay, so time taken to travel this distance can be given by what? Okay, distance is equal time is equals to distance upon speed. Okay, because distance speed into time is equals to distance. Okay, so time is equals to distance upon speed. So the time to first walk there, okay, and overcome and do all these things will be given by just divide this by speed. Okay, so speed is y, we divide this by speed, so we get 6 by y and we get 2 by 3. Okay, and when we return, what is the time taken? 6 plus 2 by 3y divided by 4. So this becomes what? 3 by 2 plus y by 6. Okay, so we get this 3 by 2 plus y by 6. Okay, so we get this 3 by 2 plus y by 6. Fine. So this is how we do this. Now let us see what we can do next. So now you get time is equals to 6 by y plus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2 plus y by 6. Okay. Now you have to apply maxima and minima. What is maxima and minima? Maxima and minima is nothing but see you are given this variable, time is variable here. Okay, because we want to find the least amount of time or the speed at the least amount of time. Okay, so whenever, and this time is dependent upon the speed of the pedestrian, because if he will travel faster, okay, if he will travel faster, then what will happen? Then only the time will be minimum. Okay, so you differentiate this. So dt by dy we are doing, we are differentiating time with respect to speed. Okay, now I already told you how we get minus 6 by y square, and then whenever we differentiate constant we get it equal to 0, and then we get this equal to 1 by 6. Now equate this equal to 0 to get the minimum amount of time. So you have this minus 6 by y square, or you can do 6 by y square is equals to 1 by 6. So y square is equals to 36, and the time you get is 6 kilometer per hour. So this is how you do these kind of questions. Okay, I know this is on relatively on the tougher end, but it's okay. Okay. Now look at this question, guys. What this question is saying: clock A, B, and C strike every hour. B slows down and takes 2 minutes longer than A per hour, while C becomes faster and takes 2 minutes less than A per hour. If they strike together at 12 midnight, when will they strike together again? Okay. So what is happening is basically we are having three clocks, A, B, and C. Okay, now you have A, B slows down, it is taking, and it is taking 2 minutes longer. Okay, so when B is slowing down, so earlier when it was per hour, it is saying, then A per hour. So A is at right time, it is taking 60 minutes only, and then B slows down, so now it is taking 62 minutes, and while C is becoming faster, so it is taking how many minutes? 58 minutes only. 58 minutes only. Now it is saying that if they strike together at 12 midnight, when will they strike together again? So first we have to take the LCM of these three. Okay, so let us take the LCM of 60, 62 and 58. Okay, now if you take this 2 as common, then you have this 30, 31 and 29. Okay, 29, 30 and 31 are actually what? They are co-prime numbers. Okay, they are what? They are co-prime numbers. So the LCM you get here basically is this only. Okay, the LCM you get basically here is this only, 29 into 30 into 31. Okay, 29 into 30 into 31, because three consecutive numbers are always co-prime. Okay, so these numbers are co-prime. Okay, so you have 2 into 29 into 30 into 31. So after these many minutes, actually they are going to strike together again. Now we have to find this in terms of time. Okay, so to this is minute, if we divide this by 60 minutes, we get the number of hours. So 60 minutes we are dividing, so how many hours we are getting? Okay, we are getting, this will get cancelled, so now you have 31 into 29 hours. Okay, after, because we have cancelled this, no, this, now this has become hours. Okay, now this is no more minutes. Okay, because what, we are converting these many minutes, we are converting these many minutes into hours, so now this is no more your minute. Okay, this is hours. So now this is becoming 31 into 29, this is becoming 9, 27, this is becoming 2, 6. Okay, so you get 899 hours. So now after 899 hours, they will strike together again. Okay, now after 899 hours, they will strike together again. Now what is 899 hours? How will you find? So see, 899 hours means so many days have passed. Okay, because see, if you have like 24 hour in a day, okay, 24 hour in a day, so in 24 hour in a day, so in 899 hour, how many days are there? Okay, so just divide 899 by 24. Okay, just divide 899. Fine. So let us just divide this. We have 899 divided by 24. Okay. So how many times are you going to divide this? If you will do this 4 times, then it will become 96. So do 3 times. I think this will become 72 only. Okay. So 7, 4, 3 are 12, 1, 72 only. Now this is how much? This is 7, this is 0. Okay. And this is 79. And then you have the, sorry. This is 179. Okay, and then you have this, how much, 24 into 7 times, I think 7 4s are 28, 2 and 2 sevens are 14, 15. So you have this as 158. Okay, how much is left? 11 is left. Okay, 11 is left. 4 7 are 22 and this is 168, so 11 is left. Okay, 11 is left. So you have 37 days and 11 hours. Okay, so after 37 days and 11 hours they are going to strike again together. Now 37 days means 12 to 12 each day they are not meeting, but on 38th day at 11 a.m. they are going to meet. Okay, on 30 because 12 midnight it is saying, so at 38th day at 11 a.m. they are going to meet. Okay, see why this question became so cumbersome, because the calculation involved was more. Okay, so what this question was actually saying is that there are three clocks A, B and C, and A is running at right time but B loses time, sorry, B slows down, so it is taking 62 minutes now to complete 1 hour, and C becomes faster, so now it is taking 58 minutes. So obviously we know that for the clocks to strike at the same time you want to take the LCM, but when we take the LCM we get 60 into 58, 58 into 60 into 62, and if you take 2 common, these are all our co-prime numbers. Okay, so we get this only as LCM. Now I say I have to convert this minute into hours. Okay, so I divide this by 60, I get 899 hours. Okay, now I say 899 hours too big for me, how can I calculate this number? So I divide this by 24 hours because so many days have passed. So 37 plus 11 hours I'll get. And when I get this 11 hour, obviously this 11 hour is 11 a.m. So I get this as my answer. Okay. So I hope everybody is clear with this thing. These questions are definitely a little bit on the tougher end, but I think you will be able to solve it. Okay. Okay, fine. Now let us look at this question. Okay, let us look at this question. What this question is saying, two boats go downstream from point X to Y, and the faster boat covers the distance from X to Y 1.5 times as fast as the slower boat. It is known that for every hour the slower boat lags behind the faster boat by 8 kilometer. Okay, it is known for every hour that the slower boat lags behind the faster boat by 8 kilometer. However, if they go upstream, then the faster boat covers the distance from Y to X in half the time. Find the speed of the faster boat. Okay, see we have what. See student, look at this question. The question is saying that two boats are going from points X to Y. Okay, and the faster boats cover the distance X to Y 1.5 times as fast as the slower boat. It is known that every hour the slower boat lags behind the faster boat by 8 kilometers. Okay, so however, if they go upstream, then the faster boat covers the distance from Y to X. Okay, Y to X in half the time. Okay, in half the time, find the speed of the faster boat. Okay, so now see what we have. For example, let us take the speed of faster boat as F, and the speed of slower boat is S. Okay, now we have one thing. C. It is saying that the time the faster boat covers the distance 1.5 times. Okay, so time taken by the slower boat, if it is TS, so that is equals to 1.5 times of the faster boat time. Now you know that TF by TS is equals to SF by SS. Okay, so that means that the time traveled by the faster boat and time traveled by the slower boat and is equals to speed of the faster boat divided by the speed of the slower boat, because time is directly proportional to speed. Okay, time is directly proportional to speed if distance sorry, time is inversely proportional to speed. Okay, so see, what will happen here is that the speed of the faster boat divided by speed of the slower boat, or the F by S we are taking, is equals to the time taken by the slower boat, okay, the time taken by the slower boat divided by the time taken by the faster boat. Okay, so this is equals to what? Speed of faster boat and speed of slower boat is equals to what? Now this is TS by TF. Okay, TS by TF is equals to 1.5. Okay, is equals to 1.5. So the speed of the faster boat is equals to 1.5 times the speed of the slower boat. Okay, 1.5 the speed of the slower boat. Fine. Similarly, when and also we have the information that the speed of the faster boat is greater than the speed of the slower boat by 8 km per hour. Okay, so we have these two equations. Obviously, now we can substitute it. Okay, so from here we get the speed of the faster boat is how much? 1.5. Now this is for what? This is for upstream. Okay, this is for upstream. No, this is for downstream. Okay, we are calculating this for downstream. Upstream, the case will come next. Okay, so 1.5 times of S minus 8 is equals to S. So you get 0.5 times of S is equals to 8. So that means speed of the slower boat is equals to 16. Okay, speed of the slower boat is equals to 16. Okay, because this is S, speed of the slower boat is equals to 16. So speed of the faster boat is going to be 24. Okay, now let us tally this answer with this one. Okay, let us tally with this answer with this one. Okay, so now it is saying, however, if they go upstream, then the faster boat covers the distance y to x in half the time of the slower boat. Okay, so now faster boat divided by slower boat. Okay, so when the time is half, the speed of the faster boat is 2 times the speed of the slower boat. Okay, so SF is equals to 2 times of SS. Okay, SF is equals to 2 times of SS. Fine. Now if we do this, okay, now if we do this, so we get what? We get, see, this is the speed of the boat downstream. Okay, this is the speed of the boat downstream. Let us find the speed of the boat upstream. Okay, let us find the speed of the boat upstream. Fine. What is the speed of the boat upstream? See, this is the speed of the boat upstream we are talking about. Now, this also will lag by 8 km. So, SF minus SS is equals to 8 km. And you know this SF is equals to 2 times of SS. Okay. So, this speed of the slower boat is equals to 8 km. Okay. Speed of the slower boat is equals to 8 km. Okay. That means speed of the faster boat is equals to how much? Speed of the faster boat is equals to 16 km upstream. Okay. See, now we got the speed of the faster boat downstream is equals to 24 km and the speed of the faster boat upstream is equals to 16 km. What is missing here? See, the speed of the boat in still water is missing. Okay, so actually downstream it is speed of the boat plus speed downstream. Okay, downstream का speed or speed of the stream. Okay, let us call stream X. Okay, and upstream it is the speed of the boat and the speed upstream will minus the speed of the stream. Okay, so now we have 24 is equals to F plus X and 16 is equals to F minus X. So you cancel this, you get this equals to how much? 40. Yes, 40. So you get this 2F and this is equals to 20. So F is equals to 20. Okay. See, listen to this question once more. See what this question is saying. The question is saying that X to Y when we are going, and that is what? That is downstream. So then time taken by the faster boat is actually time taken by the slower boat is actually 1.5 times taken time taken by the faster boat. So if you are saying this that time taken by the slower boat is more, so now speed, how much you will decrease the time, that much your speed is great, because if you are 1 time faster, then you will reach 1.5 times in time earlier. Okay, so that means the speed of the faster boat and that too, this is downstream, is equals to 1.5 times the speed of the slower boat, and that is downstream. Okay, so now but you have SFD minus SSD, that's it, difference of the speed downstream is equals to 8. Okay, is equals to 8. Okay, now here we substitute this, so we get 1.5 times SSD is minus SSD is equals to 8. So I get speed of the slower boat is equals to 16. So I get when I get the speed of the slower boat is equals to 16. So I get the speed of the faster boat downstream is equals to 24. Okay, obviously. And now when I take another equation where I am given that when we are traveling upstream, so speed of the slower boat, time taken by the slower boat is 2 times the time taken by the faster boat. So speed of the faster boat is 2 times the speed of the slower boat. So now again we have this equation SFU upstream and um, SFU upstream and SSU downstream. Okay, so upstream only. So you have this 8. So you have upstream speed of slower boat is equals to 8. So down, and because the speed is 2 times, so upstream speed of the faster boat is 16. Okay, but the speed of the faster boat in still water is asked. So actually what is the speed in downstream is speed of the faster boat plus speed of the stream. Okay, speed of the stream, which I am taking here as x. Okay, so speed of the faster boat plus speed of the stream, and downstream, sorry, upstream, speed of the faster boat minus speed of the stream. So here you got 24, here you got 16. So when you add this, this get cancelled. Your speed of the faster boat becomes equals to 2SF equals to 40, and that becomes equals to 20. So you get your speed as 20 only. Okay, fine. So this is how you do these kind of questions. Now let us look at the next question. Okay, let us look at the next question. We have this question. How much does a watch lose per day if its hands coincide for 64 every 64 minutes? Okay, how much does a watch lose per day if its hands coincide every 64 minutes? Okay, now see, actually when you see its hands are coinciding in every 64 minutes, it should coincide in every 60 minutes. Okay, it should coincide in every 60 minutes. Okay, so we don't know that which one is traveling faster or which one is traveling slower. Okay, when we did our clock earlier, we got the concept that the relative speed of both the hands with respect to each other is 55 minutes. Okay, so relatively both of them cover 55 cover the 60 minute in 55 second. Sorry, 60 minute or the distance of 60 kilometer in 55 minute. Okay, we are taking clock as a circle with circumference of 60 kilometer. Okay, and the relative speed of both the hands is 55 minute. So see, 55 minute is taken to cover 60 kilometer. Okay, so in 1 minute it should take how much? 60 divided by 55. Okay, so in 60 minute it should take how much? 60 divided by 55 into 60. Okay, so this should have been the actual time, but okay, but what is the loss in time actually? What is the loss in time actually? 64 minutes. So this should have been the ideal condition. Okay, the loss in time is actually how much? First, let us just simplify this. You do this 5 times. This will become how much? 5 11 times, and this will become 5 12 times. Okay, this will become 5 12 times. Fine. So 60 into 12 by 11 we have here. Okay, 60 into 12 by 11 we have here. Fine. So this is actually in 60 minutes how much we are able to travel, because in 1 minute the relatively we are able to travel this much distance. So in 60 minutes relatively we are able to travel this much distance. Fine. So now what is the loss in 64 minute? Okay, what is the loss in 64 minute? So that will be given by 60 into 12 by 11 minus 64. Okay, minus 64. So when you do this, how much you are going to get? 60 into 12 by 11 minus 64 into 11. Okay, so when you do this, you will get 16 by 11. Okay, when you do this, you'll actually get 16 by 11. Okay, you can check this obviously, because this will become 720 and this will become 64 and 64. Okay, so this will become 680, sorry, 704. Okay, 704. So when you will subtract 720 minus, so you will get 16 by 11. Okay, so a loss in 64 minute. Okay, loss in 64 minute. Okay, look at this question. It is asking how much does a watch lose per day if its hands coincide every 64 minute. Okay, if its hands coincide every 64 minute. Okay, now see, 50. See, we already know that we take, whenever we do clock, we take the circumference of the clock as 60 kilometer, and because the relative velocity is 55 minute. Okay, because the relative velocity is 55 minute. Okay, so now we are saying that its hands are coinciding every 64 minutes. Okay, its hands are coinciding every 64 minutes. Earlier what used to happen, its hands used to coincide every 60 minutes. Okay, so let us calculate this. Now we are saying, see, relative velocity will always be the same, huh? Because if its hands are coinciding in 64 minutes, that is because the clock is becoming slow. Okay, so 55 minute spaces are covered in 60 minutes. Okay, 55 minute spaces are covered in 60 minutes. So 1 minute space is covered in 60 by 55 minutes. Okay, so 60 minute space is covered in 65 divided by 15 to 60 minute. Okay, but if its hands are coinciding in every 64 minute, okay, if its hands are coinciding in every 64 minute, then we are losing 64 minute. Okay, so let us just subtract this here. Okay, so we'll get what? We'll get 16 by 11 here. You can do this and check. This will go 12 times, this will go 11 times. You take the LCM, you will get this as 720. When you will multiply this 11, you will get this as 64. 64, that is 704. So you will get this as 16 by 11. Okay, you will get this as 16 by 11. So the loss, because now hands are coinciding in 64 minutes, is this much. Okay, so the loss is this much. We have to calculate the loss only. So the loss is this much in 60 minutes. But wait, okay, we have to, sorry, this is the loss in 64 minutes. Okay, this is the loss in 64 minutes, but we have to calculate the loss in 24 hours. Okay, but we have to calculate the loss in 24 hours. So 64 minutes, the loss is 16 by 11. So 1 minute, the loss is 16 by 11 into 64. Okay, and how many minutes are there in 24 hours? 24 into 60. So you will get 16 by 11 into 64 into 24 into 60. Okay, into 24 into 60. Now we will have to solve this. So 8 2 times, 8 times, 2 1 times, 2 4 times. We'll get this as 6. So we'll get 360 divided by 11. Okay, now what is 360 divided by 11? So obviously you will get this 3 times, so 33, 3, and you will get this 2 times, so 22, so 8, so 32, 8 by 11 minute. Okay, 32, 8 by 11 minutes. So this is how we do these kind of questions. Okay, this is how we do these kinds of questions. Okay, fine. So how much does a watch lose per day if its hands coincide by 64 minutes? So I hope everybody is clear with this. Yeah, I already told you 55 minute spaces are covered in 60 minutes. Okay, because one hand is traveling how much? 60 minutes, other is traveling only 55 minutes. Okay, so 55 minute spaces are covered in 60 minutes. Okay, so we get 1 minute spaces is covered in 65 by 55 minutes. Okay, 65 by 55 minutes. So in 1 hour, 60 minutes, actually this much is covered. Okay, actually this much is covered, but it is saying that we are now coinciding every 64 minutes. Okay, first we were coinciding in every this much minute. Okay, now we are coinciding in every 64 minute. So now will the loss is how much, because the loss is asked. Okay, so the loss is how much. First we were coinciding in this much minute, now we are coinciding, the loss is this much, so we get this as 16 by 11 our loss. Okay, and then obviously you know the entire calculation, we already done it. Okay, now see, look at this question. It is saying a watch which gains 5 seconds in 3 minutes was set right at 7 a.m. In the afternoon of the same day, when the watch indicated quarter past 4 o'clock. Quarter past 4 o'clock means 4:15. Okay, in the afternoon that means 4:15 p.m. The true time is, what is the true time here? Okay, now it is saying the watch is gaining 5 seconds in every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes the time gained is 5 seconds. Okay, every 3 minutes the time gained is 5 seconds. So every 1 minute the time gain is 5 by 3 seconds. So every 60 minutes the time gain is how much? 5 by 3 into 60, that is 100 seconds. So what I am saying is every hour the time gained is 100 seconds. Okay, every hour the time gained is 100 seconds. Okay, now it is saying in the afternoon of the same day, when the watch indicated 4 o'clock, a quarter past 4 o'clock, the true time is. Okay, now this quarter past 4 o'clock actually is what? If you start from 7 a.m. to 4, then it is 9 hours, because 7 to 12 you have how many hours? 5 hours. Okay, and 12 to 4 you have 4 hours, so 9 hours 15 minutes. Okay, 9 hours 15 minutes. So if let us say the correct time is x, and the time gained, is equals to something, so that is equals to 9 hour 15 minute. Okay, 9 hour 15 minute. And what is 9 hour 15 minute? 9 plus 15 by 60. So this is 1 by 4. Okay, so that is 37 by 4 hours. So actually the time that is given is x plus gain is equals to 37 by 4. Okay, is equals to 37 by 4. Fine. Now what we are actually having here is gain. Okay, we are having gain. Okay, so the question is asking to us, please revert back to the question. A watch gains, we have to find the true time, so we have to actually find x. Okay, we have to actually find x. Okay, so we have this 37 hour 4 minute. Okay, we have this 37 hour 4 minute. Fine. Fine, now see, whatever is the time gained, okay, whatever is the time gained, that will be gained on every hour. Okay, so if x hour is the correct amount of the time, then we have this time gained every hour. Okay, every hour. Now see how much time is gained every hour. Okay, see, in 1 hour we are gaining 100 seconds, but can we write 100 second here? No. Why? Because we need to write in hour. X is hour, this is also hour. Okay, so in x hour, how much time is gained? Because whatever will be gained on this time only. So in x hour, how much time is gained? See, in hours we have to calculate. So you know 1 hour is equals to 3600 seconds. So 100 seconds is equals to 100 by 3600 hours, because 1 second is equals to 1 by 3600 hours. So 100 seconds is equals to this much. So you have 1 by 36 hours. Okay, so every hour you are gaining 1 by 36 hours. So x hours are there, and then you are gaining x by 36 hours on this. So that is equals to 37 by 4. Okay, that is equals to 37 by 4. So now take the LCM. So now you have 37x divided by 36 is equals to 37 by 4. So 37 and 37 will get cancelled, and x is equals to 9 hour. So actual time is equals to 9 hour. Okay, actual time is equals to 9 hour. So 7 plus 9 is equals to what? 4 p.m. Okay, 7 plus 9 is equals to 4 p.m. See, understand this. What I am doing here is See, what is the basic concept it is asking? It is saying that a watch gains 5 seconds in every 3 minutes. Okay, a watch gains 5 seconds in every 3 minutes. Okay, now I am saying, and it is saying it was set right at 7 a.m. and then it started gaining time hour by hour. In the afternoon of the same day when the watch indicated quarter past 4 o'clock. Quarter past 4 o'clock means 4:15. So the true time is. So actually, this is what? This is 9 hour 15 minutes. And what is 9 hour 15 minutes? 9 plus 1 by 4. So that is, we know, this is 9 4s are 36, 37 by 4 hours. Okay. Now we are saying that let the true time be x. Okay. Let the true time be x hours. Okay. And now some amount of time is gained every hour. So that we are taking that some amount of time is gained every hour and we'll multiply with that. So we get this 37 by 4 hours. Okay. Now what is this y? Okay. Now y we will get from here, because every 5 seconds, every 3 minutes, 5 seconds are gained. Okay. So every 1 minute, 5 by 3 seconds are gained. So every 60 minutes, 5 by 3 into 60, that is 100 seconds are gained. But 60 minutes is 1 hour. So every 1 hour 100 second is gained. Okay. Every 1 hour 100 second is gained. But can we put 100 here? No, na. We have to convert this 100 second into hours. Okay. So we know 3600 second is equals to 1 hour. Okay. So that means 1 second is equals to 1 by 3600 hours. So 100 second is equals to 1 by 36 hour. Okay. Now we get this. Okay, that every hour we are going to gain 1 by 36 of the hour. So x into 1 by 36, and this is x. So we have 37x by 36. So we get this as 37 by 4. So we get this, we get this. So we know now true time is 9 hours. True time is 9 hours. So from 7 a.m. 9 hours will be 4 p.m. only. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. So this is how we do all these kinds of questions. Now look at this question. The angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of the clock when the time is 4:20. Okay, the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of the clock when the time is 4:20. Now see, whenever we have a clock, both the minute hand and hour hand are traveling 360 degree. Okay, 360 degree. But a minute hand is traveling 360 degree in 60 minutes. Okay, in 60 minutes, and our hand is traveling 360 degree is traveling 360 degree in how many hours? In 12 hours. Okay, our hand is traveling 360 degree in 12 hours. Okay, so in 1 minute the minute hand is traveling how much? 6 degree. In 1 minute the minute hand is traveling 6 degree, and in 1 hour the hour hand is traveling how much? In 1 hour, the hour hand is traveling 30 degree. Okay, in 1 minute, yes, 30 is fine. Because we know 12 hours. Okay, so it is in 1 hour, the hour hand is traveling 30 degree. Okay, so that means in 60 minutes, the hour hand is traveling 30 degrees. See, we have to convert this also into minute now, then only we will be able to contribute calculate it. Okay, or we can do directly also. See, we can do this by two methods. First let us see this method. Okay, so now when we are saying 4 hour 20 minutes, so that means in 20 minutes minute hand has traveled how much? 6 degree in 1 minute. So in 20 minutes it is traveling 120 degree. Okay, it is traveling 120 degree. So, and we know that in 1 hour this hour hand is travels 30 degree. So in 4 hours it will also travel 120 degree. But in 4 hour 20 minutes our hand will travel how many degrees? Okay, so in 60 minutes it travels 30 degrees. So in 1 minute it travels half a degree. So in 20 minutes it will travel 10 degree more. Okay, in 20 minutes it will travel 10 degree more. So it will be 130 degree. So 130 minus 120 is equals to 10 degree. Okay, so your answer will be 10 degree. Okay, fine. So understand this thing that our hand is always traveling. Okay, it does not stop at 4 and then it completes and then suddenly it skips and that becomes 5. Okay, don't do this. So let us see this question once again. See what I am saying here, that the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock when the time is 4:20. Okay, 4:20 is okay. So what I am saying here, that in 20 minutes, how much the minute hand is traveling. So we know in 60 minutes the minute hand travels 60 degrees. So in 1 minute the minute hand travels how much? 6 degree. Okay, 6 degree. So in 20 minutes the minute hand travels 120 degree. Okay, now let us go for this 4 hour. Okay, now see, in 1 hour, sorry, in 12 hours the hour hand travels 360 degrees. So in 1 hour it travels 360 divided by 12. So that means how much? That means in 1 hour it travels 30 degree. So in 4 hours it is traveling 120 degree. Fine. In 60 minute, okay, in 60 minute it is traveling 30 degree. So in 1 minute the hour hand is traveling half degree. So in 20 minutes the hour hand is traveling 20 into half, that is 10 degrees. Okay. So now you add this as well. So your 130 degree minus 120 degree is equals to 10 degree, and this is how you do this question. And this is how you do this question. So this is what we talk about this. And now let's move forward. Now two horses started simultaneously towards each other and meet each other at 3 hour 20 minute. Okay, at 3 hour 20 minute. How much time will it take slower horse to cover the whole distance if the first arrived at the place of departure of the second 5 hours later than the second arrived at the point of the departure of the first? Okay, so what they are saying, that two horses are traveling towards each other. Okay, so we have one faster horse and we have one slower horse. Okay, so faster horse plus slower horse are covering this distance D in how many minutes? 3 hour 20 minute. Okay, 3 hour 20 minute. Fine. So that is equals to how much? 3 plus 20 by 60, that is 1 by 3, that is 9 by 10, sorry, 10 by 3 hours. Okay. So this time taken is 10 by 3 hours. Okay. Nothing that we calculated here, but it is fine. Now it is saying how much time will the slower horse take to cover the whole distance if the first arrived at the place of the departure of the second 5 hours later. Okay, so what is happening, that the faster horse is going, he is coming to the departure of the second horse, and the slower horse is coming and he is arriving at the departure of the first horse. Now they are saying this time taken is 5 hours. Okay, is 5 hours. Okay, this time taken, the difference of this time taken actually is 5 hours. So S, if we take this slower horse, so time taken by this horse can be given by what? D by S. D is the total distance here. Okay, and uh, we can take this D by S. Okay, and time taken by the faster horse, if we take F, so that is T minus 5, because it is arriving 5 hours earlier, and that is given by D by. See guys, look at this question. Now see, what we can do here is basically that distance or the time taken, let's say T is the time taken by the slower horse. Okay, T is the time taken by the slower horse. So that is given by the speed of the slower horse, D by S. And if T is the time taken by the faster horse, then that is given by T minus 5 is equals to D by F. Okay, now see, they are traveling towards each other, they are traveling the distance D. Okay, now they are traveling that distance in 3 hour 20 minutes. Okay, they are traveling that distance in 3 hour 20 minutes. The relative velocity is what? S plus F, that is velocity of faster horse plus slower horse. So you have S plus F. Okay, S plus F, and this is equal to 10 by 3. We already know that 10 by 3. Okay, fine. Now see, we can write what? this s we can write by is equals to d by t, and this f we can write is equals to t minus 5. So that is equals to 10 by 3. So now we have t minus 5 plus t divided by t into t minus 5. So this will get cancelled and this is equals to 10 by 3. So t minus 5 divided by 2t minus 5. Okay, will make this as t minus 5 is equals to 2t minus 5 is equals to 10 by 3. So we have t square minus 5t and we have 2t minus 5. Okay, so you have 3t square minus 15t is equals to 10t minus 50. Okay, so now you have how much? Sorry, 20t minus 50. So 3t square minus of 35t plus 50t is equals to 0. Okay, is equals to 0. So you have obviously you can do what? Write 30. Okay, plus minus 5 here. Okay, so 3t minus 30t and minus 5t plus 50. Okay, so you get 3 common, t minus 10 and minus 5 common, t minus 10 here. So t is equals to 10 hours. Okay, because t you will not get 5 by 3 hours. Okay, there is no option like this and you will not get also. So that is 10 hours. Okay, so this is how you do this question. Let's move on to the next question. Okay.